Hello, my name is Alicia, and I will be talking about Chapter 9, which is going over friendship and love. I'm going to begin this chapter with relationship development. Um, First of all, they can be made anywhere in your workplace, in school, in your home, around your neighbors, anything like that. Just like places. They can be social places or they can be like in personal places. But you can make relationships with your boss. You can make relationships with your friends, your parents, or family, strangers, just meeting people and creating a relationship. Um, People would like to make make something happen, like relationship wise, with people they see often, who they have an attraction towards, whether that be like physically or mentally, because there are different ways of being attractive to people, and it's not just physically. People can be attracted to kindness or intelligence, and yeah, and they also tend to be similar. Uh, they're not always similar, but people like to kind of associate themselves with people who are familiar to them. So that may be similarities within their race, within their age, or what else? Um, I don't remember, but yeah. Oh, religion, education. Um, I mean, in a lot of cultures for religion, people might be more so like wanting to make relationships with like some people who believe in the same things that they do instead of people who don't. And because it might cause some discomfort or some disagreements within their relationship, so having something that can draw you to something or to the same thing might be beneficial, and also more likely to result in an actual relationship or friendship. Moving on to friendship. Friendship is reliant on emotional support, so being there for um, one another. You have to communicate and do things that you both enjoy. And friendship doesn't have to be like between just two people. It can be between three, four, five more so people. And women of the same gender typically have the connection between like intimacy and self disclosure, whereas men of the same gender are doing the same things like together, doing the same activity, as long as it's like doing it together. I guess that would be the difference between women of the same gender and their friendships, and men in the same with who are friends with one another and of the same gender. And romantic love, something that was discussed was Sternberg's triangle of love, which goes with passion, commitment, and intimacy. Apparently, those 3 points create like 8 different types of like love connections, which I thought was really interesting. I'd never heard of it before. And also Hazan and Shaver, and um, those two theorized that love intimacy came or is close to intimacy with like infancy. So like as an infant, the love that you receive is like kind of on the same line as what kind of love that you're receiving as an adult. Um let me see. I kind of I kind of mm, I kind of agree with this, although it's kind of like silly to think about in a way, because like I guess when you try and connect infancy and adult love, it just kind of like, you know, it's weird. But I thought it was interesting, and also just I never thought of it that way. Having like an infant and the love that it receives, like through how much time is spent with it, like mother to infant, or um, what was the other one? I guess passion, or like dependency on relying on something or someone to give love to you, like having that kind of bond, I guess is super important. So I can see where the two can line up and make it makes sense, I think. And the internet and close relationships. Um, Basically, the internet is pretty new and also gives people more um, options as far as finding love, because as introverts, some people might find it hard to meet in person and show like their true identity. However, on the internet, people still have that struggle and might not be who they really are and try to hide behind a mask to appear different from who they really are. But people might go to like through with the internet because it's easier, and it's not much of a it's not as vulnerable, I guess, and that can really turn people off as far as like trying to find love. But some relationships that start on the internet kind of go like continue to where they're off of the internet, where they're face to face. So internet relationships can like become a real thing as far as like face to face, physical like relationship love. And yeah, I think that's all. So thank you.